Good morning. How are you doing today? We're in 2027 of the Roman calendar. It's been an epic few days in the last couple of weeks, a lot of downloads. Completely lost my voice last week, so I couldn't do the cosmic weather report. Today, we're going to introduce you to the wave. I first found these in Arizona, in Sedona, by a dear friend Nico, and she showed me these waves, and I asked the team and they said, oh yes, this is the next part of the frequency healing. And what I asked what these do, and they harmonize. And a good friend, Annie Williams, she enabled me to understand where the notes were around the astrological wheel as I work with frequency. So I shared her with mine, and she shared hers with me, and I shared mine with hers. So I was able to correlate where the notes and the frequency come together through all her hard work. So thank you, Annie. And through these waves, that's what they're called, these come in note value. So the moment I realised, with the correlation of both our works, where the frequency were on these, a whole download came in about how the frequencies around the astrological wheel can be harmonized when sometimes they're a little strange or a little difficult or a little bit of unease. And I know right now, I know what I'm going through. There's a lot of change, hence the throat going. I feel the change in my voice. I feel it's gone a lot deeper. I feel the tones are changing, and obviously that's going to reflect in my reality. So it's going to be interesting how it's all happening with you guys. So how are you all doing? It's a very hesitant time of year as we launch ourselves forward. The Eastern astrology, the fire horses, which is coming in on their new year, we'll be talking about that in the next few years. But let's just talk about what's going on right now with the cosmic energy. The cosmic energy is a little different to the earth energy, and this is why we do the cosmic readings, so we can understand this cosmic energy coming in. So first of all, we're going to have a little bit of harmonizing with this, which I play with my crystal wand, and just listen to it. So give yourself a minute or two, just close your eyes, take a deep breath through the nose, and just relax. Yeah, that just calms all the nerves in the body. It calms the mind and brings in harmony. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's I've got a whole range of them, so there's going to be much more of that as we progress into the year. And what a time to be on planet. So we've created the chart, and there's quite a lot of dates. So remember, if you go to dragon'seyehub.com, we've put out the on the blog there all what we're going to talk about today and the dates. So you can just sit down or lay down and just relax and just listen into these energies. In the background, we're playing 528, which is how this wand was harmonizing, this wave was harmonizing the energy of 432. And it was harmonizing with 528, which is the love codes, which is the light codes. It's the solar codes coming in. And right now, today on this new moon, and there are a lot of solar flares going to be hitting the planet. You can feel that stillness before they truly arrive. We're going to see a lot of aurora borealis. I can't say that word. Aurora borealis coming in, seen in different places all over the world. Tune into the colours. That's what we're being asked to do. Tune into the colours. Look to the colours and see what they say to you, because they're going to speak to everyone differently. So that being said, this has been made. The dates have been written down. I've typed it all up on dragon'seyehub.com. Just remember, if you subscribe below, it will alert you when the blogs are also coming on. So that if English isn't your first language, and I'm trying to speak slowly for everybody, but if English isn't your first language, go to dragon'seyehub.com, go to the blog section, and you can see the language bar at the top, and you can change the language into your natural language. So with that being said, let's take a deep, deep dive. What a time to be on planet. There is so much energetic at play, and we're going to dive right in. On the 27th of December 2025, I was awoken and shown when Ceres, our Earth star, is in conjunction with the moon. This is heralding a dimensional eclipse. When all the Earths are in alignment, and ancient and new wisdom from all the moon's heartstones, depending which oracle this is taking place, are spiraling into the collective Earth star. So let's just have a little bit of a look at the Earth star. The Earth star is 10 centimeters below your feet, and this is your true connection with the Earth. And when you are aligned with the Earth and all her Earths, as there are many of us, there are many of her. And everyone has been talking about the new Earth, and this energy has been working. It's been very active since November. I know I've been going to the new Earth. I've been bringing in like a bridge, bringing in energies, and I know many of us have been. So I'm just putting that out there to explain how these dimensional eclipses happen. Normally we have about 4 eclipses a year to do with the sun and the moon and where the planet Earth is. But this new 5D modality, which is frequency astrology, which is what we're talking about right now, it's bringing in new concepts all the time. And this concept was brought in on the 27th of December 2025, when our Earth star, which is where, I don't like to say ruled, but this is where Ceres is at her most. It's ruled by Ceres. Let's find the right language. And so Ceres, on the astrological wheel, which is our crystalline blueprint of our way forward, our way back, and in the now moment, the Earth star and Ceres work as one. So when we look at the collective energy, which we do on these cosmic weather reports, Ceres and the moon were conjunct on the 27th, which means there is a lot of emotional intelligence downloading onto planet, which is activating Gaia, and she is releasing ancient wisdom that is activating the moon, the Earth, these heartstones on the moon. And it depends which oracle. So we don't have houses, we have oracle. This is Oracle 12, which is the limitlessness of Polaris, which you would know as Pisces. So the Piscean moon, which is ruled by Neptune, is Proteus. So Proteus's heartstone has been opened, and Gaia and Proteus are working together, bringing in this wisdom from this moon, and the ancient knowledge is coming up from the Earth, and this is all conjoining with our Earth star, because this is where it's working from. Because as you know, this frequency astrology is working with the inner solar system, which is embodiment of the solar system, as above, so below, as within, as without. So this is where we really get the messages and feel them, and we can work with them. So Proteus is now at play, bringing in an awful lot of ancient wisdom, which is the second largest moon of Neptune. So that's just to help you understand what this, I want to say, emotional dimensional eclipse is all about, because it's working with the moons, but it's emotional intelligence and opening up. When we work with our emotional intelligence, it opens up our consciousness. So these heartstones on the moons can really bring that wisdom in and Gaia can really bring that wisdom up. So let's talk a little bit more about this. So as we said, when all the earths are in alignment and the ancient and new wisdom from all the moon's heartstones, depending which oracle this is taking place, are spiraling to the collective Earth star, which is located on a human 10 centimeters below the Earth. Our true connection point to Gaia's consciousness of planet Earth, the place of the first Merkaba within our light energetic system of connection to the planet and our light. So on the 27th December 2025, Ceres was conjunct with the moon in Pisces, which is activating the moon Proteus, the second largest moon of Neptune, which is a limitless moon, a Lemurian moon, enabling 5D and above to physically work with 4D and below, allowing this moon to bring in the wisdom for this evolutionary shift to begin, this dimensional shift, which will start to enable us to move energetically on all levels of unconsciousness and consciousness, depending on our experience and journey. What does this mean? This is the start of our consciousness opening up to a dimensional change, or as many call the shift to the new earth. This will begin through all plant life, where Saturn, our new container maker on the right side of our third eye, is creating a call back to nature, asking us to spend more time in nature as ancient coding is being released through all plant life, allowing the mystic, the teacher, to awakening all beings, which will play out differently in the world depending on your journey. This is a 5-year trajectory when this dimensional eclipse energy will return once again to the 12th oracle within the constellation of Pisces on the 5th of March 2030, where we can look back and see the time spiral which is separating right now at this moment on the red ray, to see how it has personally and collectively changed the trajectory of all our paths. So this is a monumental moment that we are embodying 10 centimeters below our feet. This is a monthly phenomenon, guided to feel into and meditate on these days. Maybe give yourself space when this conjunction happens. Maybe the day before and the day after, as these are monthly dimensional shifts which started on the 27th December 2025. The first dimensional eclipse of the time spiral on the red ray, December the 27th, 2025, next time it hits this similar energy will be the 5th of March 2030. So we have a good 5 years of this evolutionary dimensional Earth star eclipse energy. We have calculated the next quarter when the moon and Ceres are conjunct, as the dimensional eclipses will be happening monthly, and next week we will calculate more dates to enable some form of ease in these shifting times. So if you go on the blog, we've written the next 4 dimensional eclipses down. The next one is the 24th of January 2026. We've also written down the frequencies, which is 432 on the 222. The 21st of February 2026, again 432 on the 222 hertz. The 21st of March 2026, this is 174 on the 111. And the 18th of April 2026 on 174 on the 333. We will be talking more about these as we get closer and closer to each one, but it might be nice to put them in your diary or on your calendar to make sure that you've got a little bit of time around these dates, because if you've been feeling this energy of right now from the 27th of December 2025 to now, and today is this amazing full moon, you can feel, I don't know how you can feel, but it's kind of dizzying. It's kind of crumbling. It's kind of just letting go of things and allowing other things to come in. It's kind of like an inhale and an exhale all at once. And sometimes you might feel tired, you might be full of energy, you might want to get into nature, you might not want to be around people, you might want to be around a lot of people. So if you give yourself a day either side of this energy, it might help you incubate and then integrate with this energy. So that's just a little help around this energy. There's a lot of energy coming in right now. It's very steadying. Right now, the energy coming through me, this transmission is coming through the third eye. I don't know if you can feel that. That's why my voice went, because this has changed. My third eye now, that's why I feel blocked. Although I'm not, I can breathe. It's not a problem, but it feels blocked and it is clearing. But this energy is pulsating out of the third eye, if you can feel it also. So at the same time right now, Neptune is creating a mirror at this time. He's within our heart on the left-hand side, creating a new gut feeling. This time we feel it in our hearts to understand our unconscious mind, to surpass our unconscious mind, which may be playing havoc with our emotion, asking us to recognize this structure within, to create conversation with it, and then let it go, as it is conscious now. So it moves from the unconscious to conscious, but to recognize that arc of energy, to recognize what is coming through from your unconscious, to recognize, witness it, maybe note it down, maybe note a date down, or just to say, I recognize you, and then just let it go because now it's conscious. And to see what that then becomes. Look to the emotion. Is it creating anything physical within the body? Locate it, feel into it. Is this an old pattern trying to leave and we're holding on to it? Simply play and or invoke your personal Neptune, sit in the energy and feel into it and see what this love stream, because that's what Neptune's all about, is this limitless love stream. On a collective level, Neptune, invoke and or play and see what comes in. So here is the invocation. I invoke the 432 on the 777. I am love, I love. And those with on any of these collective invocations of the frequency, anyone with a personal body map, look to see if the 432 on the 777 is playing out within your body map, within your frequencies, and look to see where this is playing out. If you haven't got a body map, just invoke the collective and see what the collective energy is bringing into you. Saturn, located on the right side of your third eye, who is moving ever closer, getting ready to conjunct on the 27th of February 2026 with Neptune. So you can see that this evolutionary eclipse, the dimensional eclipse, occurred on the 27th of December. On the 27th of February, 2 months later, this is when Saturn and Neptune conjunct, when your third eye on the right hand side and your left hand side of your heart create a synapsis within you. This is love stream creating a new container moving forward. At the same time, we have a lot more going on. We're going to talk about that much nearer the time, but we're just letting you know that Saturn right now on your third eye is moving ever closer, getting ready to conjunct on the 27th of February. He's on the frequency of 432 on the 333. So look to your frequency body map, your personal body map, to see if you've got any 432 on the 333, because this is the expansion of limitless possibilities. So there is a lot going on right now. We are releasing a lot, as everyone can feel. And maybe you're releasing it unconsciously. Maybe you're holding on to the old. Maybe this morning I was, looking at everything that we've created here. Do we keep it? Do we just let it go? I've been looking at all the books that have come to me, and I'm ready just to let all these books go. I know I don't really read right now since I've been doing the Dragon's Eye, but I have a few books, and it's kind of like, nope, clear those shelves because we're creating new. So just to look if we're holding on to anything Are we holding on to anything that does not serve us in this new paradigm shift? And just let it go. Emotionally, physically, mentally, just look within the body where you're embodying it. Look to see where it is. Saturn, our container maker, who works with us, is raising our vibration within. So this new resonance that is creating a crumbling effect within, and then within our reality, where our choices within make a real difference to our reality. So if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. That's a very old saying, but this is how we move through these emotional old patterns. Are we hanging on to the old? So just remember, the choices that we make within, if we're willing to change, will make a profound reality change on the outside of us. So just be aware of this. So Saturn, as we said, is raising our vibration so you can resonate with your new container that you are unconsciously or consciously creating within, asking us to go within, connect to your personal Saturn, which is the right-hand side of your third eye, and or invoke and journey with him, as he is on the degree of pillar of light and harvest. Or play and invoke the collective Saturn, which is, and this is how you invoke it. I invoke the 432 Hertz on the 333 Hertz. I'm infinite vision. I see clearly now. So that is a lot of third eye and heart energy that's happening with this moon, which is in the solar plexus, and our sun, which is in the sacral. There's a lot of shift going on with this dimensional shift, with all the earths being alignment, and we've now got dates of when this is happening going forward. So if you'd like to go on to dragon'seyehub.com to the blog, you will see the blog there where all this is written down, because it is a lot of energy. There's a lot of information. On the world stage, we have Chiron on the right hand side of our heart, moving back into that fire element. If you remember the last few weeks, it's moved from the fire into water, and now it's it moved from fire into water, and now it's moving back into fire. And this is on the 174 Hertz on the 333, working with the energetics of expansion. So again, to look in your personal charts, see if you've got this anywhere. You can see where this is playing out. Jupiter, our root energy, our place of expansion, coming to the end of air energy, of communication, working with the Lemurian energy of 5D and above, working with the 4D and below on 396 on the 222. Look into your personal frequencies. Is that anywhere on your body map? Where are you expanding? And just remember, the Chiron, our self-love, is working with the collective on the right-hand side. And Jupiter, the one we've just talked about, the 396 on the 222, is working with our root energy collectively on everybody. Vesta, located at the back of the third eye, behind the head, our light of our reality, like a projection light for a movie film, which is creating your reality that you're walking in, creating through our pineal gland, again working with the Lemurian portal, working with the ascended master energy of Serenus and constraint. All this energy on the world stage is working collectively with resonance of feeling and working with the three brains of the human consciousness. That is the cranial brain, the heart brain, and the gut brain. The old way of feeling is morphing into a new way of being, depending where your consciousness is and what your journey or experience in this crucial lifetime is. This is a segue point for many beings, and for many it's not. It's all karmic choice depending on the personal consciousness of each and every one of us. And now we move into the energy of the full moon. We bring this to you on this full moon, the 3rd of January to today in Europe, 2026. The moon is at 39 Hertz, which is communication, on the 222 Hertz, which again is that Lemurian portal energy, communicating through the Lemurian portal of shifting negative self-talk to self-compassion, moving our consciousness from negativity to positivity, or as Colette Baron Reid says, from fear to possibility. This is a call of your knowing, your remembrance within. So just remember, there's a lot going on. This is, when you think about it, the full moon is completion. So as we go through this monumental, dimensional energy of the eclipse, of this change, can you feel that quietening coming in? This full moon is enabling the completion so we can move forward. Just let it go. Give yourself compassion. Just let it go. I didn't do the Venus Cosmic Weather Report on the 26th because I couldn't speak. I just let it go. You know, I could have worried about it. I could have got someone else to speak. I went all through this. Does someone else speak it for me? And it was like, just let it go. We can do this next week. Self-compassion. Look after the self. And this is what we're being asked to do. Give yourself that self-compassion. You can play or invoke your personal moon, where all this intelligence, this emotional intelligence is coming in. Listen to your emotional intelligence that can help you steer yourself through this resonance collapse, because this is what the frequency is doing. It's a bit like a binaural beat where it's made with two frequencies, and the first frequency collapses the wave to allow the new wave to come in. So it's asking you, are you going to be part of that wave? Just be part of that wave. Give yourself permission. Give yourself that emotional compassion. Just to say, do you know what? It's me. I have to do this for me right now. And then you can come out and help others later. So give yourself that space. Give yourself that love. Give yourself that time. You are not alone. Everyone is going through it. Everybody. In many different ways. So we're being asked to listen to ourselves, embody it within, help others if you're able, or allow others to help you. Be there for yourself. Number one, self-love. Chiron is going from that water of integration, going back into the fire of activation. So that self-love right now is very important. You don't want to burn out. Maybe you have to burn out if you're not willing to let it go and just rest when it's possible. This is why we're giving you these dates, because there is a lot of energy that we're about to move, that we're moving through right now. So we're just letting you know this. You can play and or invoke the collective moon, which is I invoke the 396 hertz. On the 222 hertz, I feel. Whilst the sun, who is creating with the moon, is on the frequency of 963 on the 222 hertz, who is working with Lord Ganesh and the warrior within, opening up the inner vault within us all, within Ophiuchus. However, people say Ophiuchus differently. This is how I say it. This is how I've learned how to say it. If you say it differently, I understand. There are many roads leading to one. So within us all, within Ophiuchus. Here we have an extra spark of light to shine the light within, to enable a deeper understanding. This energy is where the snake and the fire can join within man, within human. Kundalini of human. Here we have an extra spark of light to shine the light within, to enable a deeper understanding, a deeper picture into your DNA. The place where all your codes are stored right now, today, this energy is working with the energy of the earth, pulsing and separation. So feel into that. Can you feel that stillness? Can you hear that drum? Can you hear that drum? quieten yourself down, and it's asking you to go deep within. So if you want to connect with Lord Ganesh, who is working with everybody right now, if you have him in your chart, look to where he's working within your chart, and remember that he is working with your warrior energy, so you can go real deep within to shine that inner light. And Venus this week is working with the inner light of Ophiuchus also, so we're going to get to that in a moment. Let's see where we were. There we go, we're back. I found my place because there is a lot of energy right now, as you can feel. So remember, if you want to invoke the collective sun, Lord Ganesh, that warrior energy, and then if you're able to segue even deeper, how do you do this? Go on to the frequency, the orange button on the home page on Dragon's Eye Up. Press it. Go to 963. Sit. Meditate. Lay. Have a bath with salt. Put your feet in salt water. Sit with your crystals, however it looks for you. Sit in nature. Whatever you feel you want to do, and you just sit with the 963 and invite Lord Ganesh in and that warrior energy, and then see if he can take you further into that inner light where the snake and the fire can join. They can join and allow that energy to rise. You know, if you're having a lot of back issues, this is a great one where that energy is trying to move, but we're holding on to old patterns and not allowing it. So just let go. And this is a great one for that. If you want to, so look for 963 on the 222 within your chart. Have you got that anywhere? Or simply invoke. I invoke the 963 on the 222. I am creator being, I create. Whilst playing 963, and see where that takes you. And see where that takes you. Journey with it. Give yourself time. You know, makes yourself really comfortable and allow. Now we're finally getting onto Venus, because this is the Venus Cosmic Weather Report. Venus is working with many Ascended Masters this week. So here is a playlist. I've written the playlist again on the Dragon's Eye blog, so it's all this information is there. If you just go to dragon'seyehub.com, go to the blog, go to this, the 27th of December, the Venus Cosmic Weather Report, you'll see it there, and all this information, and you can change it into your own language if you wish. So as we said, this energy of these times is a time to journey. Allow the letting go for the new to tiptoe in, and it may change day to day. You know, one day you may feel high, the next day you may feel low. You may feel very still, you may feel very activated. You know, it's different for everybody. Just allow you to change day to day, because day to day there are many Venuses working day to day with many different Ascended Masters, as she has been doing, but she's also working now with that inner Kundalini. There's only a few degrees where she works with the Ophiuchus energy, and so this week she is working, so we're going to talk through that. If you want to journey with her, play and or invoke the frequency of Venus, connect to these ascended energies. So you would say, I invoke the 963 on the, and each day the next frequency in the brackets is changing. So insert that frequency. So insert the frequency depending on the daily change of this frequency, and then you say, so I invoke the 963 on the 222, because that's today's energy. I am balance, I balance. So on the third, which is today, I invoke the 963 on the 111. I am balance, I balance. And this is working with perspective, self, and transformation energy. Yesterday, it was the Earth School and Strength and Remembrance energy. So if you want to link into that energy yesterday, just link it into it. Don't think you have to do it on the day. You can go back into energy. You move forward, back, and in the moment. You're in a time spiral where it allows us to do this. And we're creating, in this time spiral, a new time spiral. We're at that vortex energy. That's what this Ceres and this moon energy are doing on the red ray. So we can at this moment go back and go forward in this time spiral, but as we further and further go out over the next 5 years, we can come back and down, or we can't, but we can't go on in this time spiral. So those who are staying in this time spiral will stay, and those who of us aren't will go. And then there are many who say, that's it for me, I'm going home, and then I'm going to reincarnate to this time spiral. We're all doing it differently, so it depends on your journey. So Venus on January the 4th, tomorrow, is working with Mother Mary energy and disruption. She's working with Star Brothers and wholeness. So that's a really nice one if you're feeling a lot of disruption right now. That's a really good one, because Mother Mary is very good at giving you that compassion that you need. January the 5th, Venus is working with Holy Amethyst and Harvest, and also with the Void and Growth and Ancient Atlantean Codes. January the 6th, she's working with the Green Tara and Joy, and also with working with Facing Your True North and Fertility. This is evolution energy. January the 7th, she's working with Lady Portia and the Unknowable. This is working with the empathic starseed that you are and strength. And this is activation energy. And January the 8th, Lady Venus and Joy. So it's a double Venus day, which is January the 8th. Lady Venus and Joy. It's a double Venus day, pure clarity. Asked to see for this moment. She's working with the Gaian portal energy of connection and communication of abundance. So interesting times we are in. Best seats in the solar system. Be kind, be beautiful to yourselves and others. And remember, we're all going through this. You can hear it in my voice. I can feel this energy. It's really, really keeping me personally in this moment. So I sound very gravelly because these notes in my harp are changing for this spiraling change. So see how it's affecting you physically. It can be dizzying. So remember, try and get grounded. Remember, Saturn is inviting us to go out into nature, because Gaia really needs you to connect to her. So grounding, earthing, very good right now. I have a little machine here right now where I'm playing. It's a little Tesla machine, which I'm playing 7.83, which is helping my brain stay connected to the 783, as those Schumann resonances are shooting to much higher frequencies. So it just helps to rebalance. So whatever tools you have, share with them on down below in any messages on the YouTube. You know, we're all here to help each other, and this is just our contribution right now to this ever-changing time. These next 2 years are going to be very impactful. We don't know the outcome because we're creating a new time spiral, and we're here. Remember, our Earth star, everything is being shaken. There are new codes coming up which can obliterate and crumble everything we thought we knew and everything we think we know and where we think we're going, because it's ever changing. So we're asking to be part of that wave. So have a beautiful full moon, and I'm sorry about last week. I wasn't available, but we are now. So I will see you next week with much more information. There's a lot more coming in. So have a beautiful week, and be kind and beautiful to yourself and then others. Okay, have a great time. Goodbye.